This is what the world will look like in about a decade from now. A tech utopia where humans barely have to work.
So I don't ordinarily touch the third rail, intentionally anyway, but I'm going to mix a little bit of religion, a little bit of economics, and a little bit of technology all together. So let's go. So stick with me here for a minute. There's just too much of an historical parallel, historical context not to really explore. So let's take a little bit of a walk and talk and work this through. Right over here, this is where I get my fan mail, mostly disguised as bills. Back in 1891, Pope Leo XIII wrote Rerum Novarum, or the new thing, to talk a little bit about how the Industrial Revolution was reshaping society. He was exploring what these new industrial forces meant for workers, for society, and actually for human dignity. Factories were spreading, machines were changing work, cities were exploding in size, and wealth was concentrating in ways that we never expected. The concern wasn't about the machinery itself. The concern was about what the machinery was doing to the people. What was happening to the workers, to families, to our communities, to human dignity? Who benefited and who absorbed all the disruption? Now, let's fast forward 135 years to Pope Leo XIV, and he just released his own work called Magnifica Humanitas, or the Magnificent Humanity. And of course, this happens at exactly the same time a new civilization scale shift is happening, artificial intelligence. And of course, the question is, what do these new systems mean for humanity, for us? And of course, the issue, again, it's not about the technology. The issue is about what the technology could do to all of us. The Industrial Revolution, well, that reorganized human labor. The AI era, that's about to reorganize cognitive labor. Factories changed how people worked. And AI, well, AI could change how we think, how we relate, how we create, and ultimately how we make decisions. And in my mind, that's a much bigger question. Oh, and some people contend that the Pope's treatise, it's about 24,000 words, I think, that it may contain some AI inside. But I'm not here to judge. The Pope, well, he talks about education, people, warfare, children, and the concentration of wealth. He talks about screen time and the impact all of this has on human relationships. He argues that AI needs to be disarmed, not stopped, not rejected, but stripped of its ability to dominate, to exploit, to manipulate, to distance all of us from our own human responsibilities. My view is that AI is becoming our generation's industrial revolution. And the winners, they're clearly already beginning to emerge. I mean, you can just see it on Wall Street with some of these market caps. But of course, history suggests that the social contract usually arrives much later. Labor laws, unions, protections, guardrails, all of those arrived after the disruption, not before. So maybe the biggest question isn't whether or not AI becomes more intelligent than us. Maybe the real question is whether we're out to build the systems that will preserve the things that make all of us human. Because the Industrial Revolution forced us to rethink what it means to protect the dignity of workers. But the AI revolution, it very well may force us to think about how we protect the dignity of being a human. So as I sign off from this little walk and talk from this beautiful reservoir from the end of my street, I just want to say, to be fully transparent, that my own personal time as a Catholic kind of ended with my baptism when I was a baby. But I think what Pope Leo XIV has to say is very wise and deserves some very serious consideration by all of us. Oh, and one short epilogue. Pope Leo XIII, his comments about the Industrial Revolution, well, they did not get scrutinized on CNBC the way Pope Leo XIV's comments were this week. Times change.
Pope Leo warning that artificial intelligence could threaten jobs, human dignity, and accountability.